Kitguns are modular secondary and primary weapons assembled by the best NPC on Fortuna, Zood.
So what do you want? Not you, the other you. Shut up! You need a shooter, stranger? A little point-and-click murderizer? Zood's got more than you'll ever need.
To make your own kitgun you will also need to buy component blueprints from her. Kitguns are made from 3 parts, the chamber, grip and loader, which affect the type and stats of the weapon. They can be crafted in the foundry from components found in the Orb Valis. Like other modular weapons, the kitguns need to be gilded once you level it to rank 30. To gild your weapon you will need to be at least rank 3 or doer with Solaris United. It will cost you 5,000 Solaris United standing and 10 shelter debt bonds. The fastest way to get shelter debt bonds is to buy them from Ticker.
Yes.
Once your item is gilded, you will be able to name it and add a polarity, and its rank will be reset to 0. As with other primary and secondary weapons you will most likely need to forma it a few times to get the best result. Once gilded you will also be able to use Pax Arcanes, also bought from Zood once you become Old Mate or rank 5. This is a breakdown of all the kitgun components from Fortuna. I'm making this before the Demos Arcane update, so infested parts aren't included. The chamber is the primary part of the kitgun and it's also the part that gives you mastery points. The chamber determines the type of projectile or beam, type of damage and trigger type. The chambers behave slightly different depending on whether they are on primary or secondary grips. The grip is the component that forms the main handle and determines whether you will make a primary or secondary weapon. It will also determine the balance between base damage, fire rate and recoil, though the values itself will depend on the chamber type. For beam-type weapons, like the gaze, they will only determine base damage and maximum range, but not the fire rate or recoil. Among the secondary grips, the haymaker will give you the highest damage, while the gibber will give you the highest fire rate or range. From the primary grip, the highest damage will be the tremor and the highest fire rate or range will be with the brash. The loader represents the kitgun's receiver and magazine. They will determine the critical chance, critical multiplier, status chance, magazine size and reload speed. There are 5 tiers of loaders which are available at the corresponding rank with Solaris United. Tier 0 and 1 loaders will only affect the magazine size and reload speed. They are pretty cheap, but not otherwise worth using. Tier 2 loaders will modify magazine size, reload speed, critical chance and damage, but less radically than Tier 3 and 4 loaders. Tier 3 loaders will give you max magazine or reload speed, but will also modify status and critical stats. Personally, I don't recommend building status kitguns. Building for critical damage will be more effective. Stitch will give you maximum magazine with increased critical chance, and Zipneedle will give you maximum reload speed with increased critical chance. The exact values will depend on the type of chamber and grip you're using. Tier 4 loaders will most radically modify critical and status stats. The Killstream will give you the highest critical chance with increased reload speed, and Splat will give you more magazine capacity with the same critical chance. This was an overview of the kitgun components from Fortuna on their own. Once the infested kitgun parts come out, I will cover those too. I'm planning on covering my secondary and primary kitgun builds in separate videos, so if you don't want to miss those, you know where the subscribe button is.